So on to the next topic of discussion, escape to the country, a subject that is on most of our minds and certainly on the minds of many of our clients. No better way to look at that than through three different lenses of three different parts of our network in the Alps, in America, and in Provence. So in Provence, we have Rudi Janssens, who is founder and CEO of Janssens Immobilier. Sitting in the Alps, we have Annabelle Common, who is sales director of the Alps at NEF, sitting in their new office in Verbier. And in America, we have Scott Durkin, president and COO of our strategic alliance partner, Douglas Elliman. You are all very welcome. Thank you for joining. And the first question I would like to throw to each of you is, what have you seen since the start of COVID with this phenomena in mind? How have your clients reacted? And what would be the top learnings that you will be taking forward? Rudi.
Well, thank you very much, Paddy. Provence is a typical lifestyle holiday home market, which is a traditional, very slow market, but we have seen it accelerating at an enormous high speed and coming back to slow market again now for the last 4 weeks. What did we really see? 2, 3, 4 things. First of all, a huge increase of domestic demand. Parisians have come down to Provence and up with 75% for us in terms of potential buyers. Also, a lot of our neighbor countries were there, Swiss, Germans, and we call that a little bit of a rubber market. All the people who could come by car were coming down to Provence to look for a holiday home. We saw that also in our website. Our audience just exploded with more than 120%, and which was the same for all the leads coming in. And just for the last quarter, in terms of sales, we did twice as much as last year in the same quarter. So we can definitely speak of a very, let's say, high speed market that we have seen for the last 3 months, very cash and security driven, and certainly with the low interest rates helping us extra. So it's certainly for the future very encouraging, because we think there is something, as you said, as an escape to nature, which has been accelerated for the last couple of months. Well, one key learning is certainly that two things which are very important for the moment is our website and the quality, getting more quality, more digital presence, much more of a virtual organization of our viewings, which has become much more important than we really thought. So certainly in terms of digital, we have to increase our investments. That is the main thing. And secondly, get new stock in, because old stock is going down considerably in Provence.
Scott, Rudi, I know we're getting a bit short of time, but just what are your thoughts?
Well, first of all, what we see for me as a shift, I think, is that we were in a pure lifestyle market, and I have the impression that we're going much more to a safe living market, a green safe living market, instead of just a lifestyle. Having a home in Provence is much more than a home. It's becoming a real other home, and I think that will be a general trend, which is already starting, but will be accelerating a lot. A second thing is that there's a little bit more rational and a little bit less emotion into it. People going through much more, let's say, small, medium-sized properties to more medium and larger properties. So there's much more of that changing shift to back to the nature, which is nothing new for us here in Provence. But what can we do as Knight Frank? I think, first of all, and Scott already talked about it, I think training of the people is very important. Training of our people all the time, because despite all this good news, is also that we find ourselves a little bit on a sort of a roller coaster. It's going up and down all the time in terms of deals, in terms of how we manage all the relationships. And it could be good that also then our network exchanges much more. Second point is, I think I already talked, is about the website, the Knight Frank website, and also the network exchange must be accelerated, certainly amongst the one country.